Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Talking Bits, the show where I take you behind the scenes of Schlerbits and share with you all of my DIY video production and content creation tips and tricks. Today, I want to talk to you about the most important element of your video or your film or whatever it is that you're creating, the story. The story is the most important part. So a lot of times what'll happen to me is that I will have an idea for a Schlerbit and I will go, if Schlerbits were on Comedy Central, how would this look? That's like usually what they look like first to me in my brain. And then I go, well, wait a second, I'm not on Comedy Central. So then my brain starts kind of bringing it into my world. How does this look as a Schlerbit? When you bring it from that world down into, okay, I'm at home by myself doing this guerrilla DIY style, you're gonna simplify everything. And the way you're gonna do that is you're gonna go back and really focus in on what is the story you're trying to tell. I did a bit, the Halloween candy Schlerbit. When I first had that idea, I was like, oh yeah, so I'm gonna have shots of like candy going into my mouth and I'm gonna have shots of like, you know, me ripping into wrappers with my teeth and then shots of me on the couch and there's just gonna be candy wrappers all over me. And then I'm gonna have shots of like my hand digging into candy and it's just gonna, like all this stuff that all these shots that I wanted to have in it. And then I was like, that's a lot. And that doesn't really help me tell my story. What helps me tell my story? And my main story was, I'm gonna walk by my candy dish and I'm just gonna have one more piece. Just one piece. And then on this day, I'm just gonna grab one more piece. It's fine, it's just one more piece. It's fine, it's not that big a deal. That was the story I wanted to tell. And I realized that I could tell that story most effectively by having the camera stay in one place over the candy dish and just watch me walking around my house and then always coming in view of the candy dish and having to come over and pick up a piece of candy and then feel shame and walk away with it. So that all came to me because I focused in on what the story was. What's the story you're trying to tell? When you focus on your story, your shot list is gonna go way down. You're gonna figure out how to film something much more simply, because you're gonna focus on how do I actually tell this story. I feel like when people have unlimited access to any kind of equipment or rigs that they want, I feel like people are like, well, let's just get that shot because we can get a crane shot. Of course we're gonna do it. It's not about the shots, guys. It's about telling your story. And if you don't have any of that equipment, guess what? You're gonna focus on your story. You're gonna figure out how to tell that story with what you have. And your story is gonna be better for it. If you're worried about your shots and wanting all your shots to be like real cool shots and stuff, your audience doesn't care. Your audience doesn't care about the shots. They care about your story. Ultimately, if the audience is watching your shots and being like, oh, that's a cool shot. Oh, and that's a fun shot to go into from that shot. And that's a cool shot too. They're not paying attention to your story. You've lost them. Don't worry about the shots. Worry about the story. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to send me your questions about DIY video production and content creation and Schlerbits in general to schlerbits@gmail.com, and I will be sure to answer them. And be sure to tune in every Tuesday for a new Talkin' Bits. Thanks, guys.